The tea is growing cold beside my hand. In a house we built on shifting sand. The rain is hanging gray against the pane, a quiet ghost of everything we claimed. You're in the other room, I hear you move. Nothing felt like we had things to prove. Then your phone lit up, a spark in the dark, a tiny glow that tore my world apart. It was just one light, just a flicker of blue that killed the version I knew of you. A few small words on a cold glass screen, destroying every place we'd ever been. I'm leaving her tonight, the message read, while I'm forever hung by a single thread. The screen broke the world in the palm of my hand, and I'm falling through a life I don't understand. I remember June, the way you looked at me. I thought your heart was the only thing I'd see, but now that memory is a sugar-coated blade. I'm looking at the wreckage of the plans we made. Were you practicing your smile in the hall? Were you waiting for the right time to let me fall? Every I love you feels like a hollow sound as the kitchen floor vanishes beneath the ground. You didn't just take the future away, you stole every yesterday. Every laugh, every touch, every night in the dark was just a performance, a walk in the park. I'm mourning a man who was never alive, while I'm left in the ashes, trying to survive. It was just one light, just a flicker of blue. It killed the girl who believed in you. A few small words on a cold glass screen burned down the life that I thought was clean. I'm leaving her tonight, the truth finally spoke, and my heart wasn't the only thing that broke. The screen broke the world and it's turning to gray, and there's no way to click the heartbreak away. The house is so quiet now, I hear the rain. I'm touching the blue vase, but it feels like pain. You're leaving just like you planned. I found the photo tucked inside a drawer, the one where we were laughing by the shore. The salt was in your hair, the sun was on your skin. I used to look at it to let the light back in. I remember how you held me, how the world felt wide, with nothing but the blue and the turning tide. But now I'm looking closer at the way you smile. You were already gone by 1,000 miles. I'm rewriting the beach, I'm changing the scene. I'm looking for the lies in the spaces between. The gold of the sunset is turning to gray, because I know what you knew on that beautiful day. You were planning your exit while holding my hand, building on forever on a castle of sand. I'm rewriting the beach and the water is cold. The story was broken before it was told. I used to think the moment was a holy thing, a promise kept, a song we'd always sing. Did you feel the guilt beneath the summer heat, or was the deception just bittersweet? I see your eyes are focused on a distant line, while I was so certain that your heart was mine. Every grain of sand is like a tiny stone, reminding me that even then I was alone. It's the theft of the past that hurts the most, dancing in the kitchen with a handsome ghost. I can't even keep the things I thought were true. You poison the memories of me and you. You painted a masterpiece just to burn it down. Now I'm the only one left in this coastal town. I'm rewriting the beach, I'm changing the scene. I'm seeing the monster and the might have been. The gold of the sunset is burning away, because I know the truth of that beautiful day. You were planning your exit, you were letting me go, while the waves were high and the heart was low. I'm rewriting the beach and the salt tastes like tears, for a love that was hollow for all of these years. Just a photo, just a light, beautiful sunset beneath a black sky. I'm rewriting it all. Didn't fall, it just stayed in the air, like the ghost of a secret that's no longer there. I'm touching the table, the wood smooth and cold, feeling the weight of the lies that you told. I used to be light, I used to be gold, I used to believe in the stories we fold. But the sun has gone missing, the sky is a bruise, and I'm left with a version of me I might lose. And my heart feels heavy, like wet leaves on the ground, stuck to the pavement, not making a sound. The kind that don't flutter, the kind that don't fly, just rotting in silence beneath the gray sky. I thought love was a wing, I thought it was light, but it's just a weight in the middle of the night. It's heavy like wet leaves, sodden and deep, a promise too broken for a spirit to keep. I remember the girl who believed in the one. She lived in the warmth, she played in the sun, she built you a sanctuary, room after room. Now it's just a house filled with shadows and gloom. You didn't just leave, you altered the law of everything beautiful I ever saw. Now trust is a burden I can't seem to lift, a slow sinking anchor, a dangerous drift. And my heart feels deep. You can't just sweep them away. They stick to the soul in the cold and the gray. I'm mourning the girl who was easy to please. Now I'm down on my spirit, I'm down on my knees. The theft of the light was the cruelest part. The gravity's changed in the center of my It's heavy like wet leaves stuck to the floor. I don't even know who I am anymore. The kind that don't flutter, the kind that don't fly, just waiting for winter to wither and die. I thought love was a wing, I thought it was light, but it's a million pounds in the dead of the night. It's heavy like wet leaves, sudden and deep. A memory too heavy for a spirit to keep. It doesn't blow away, it just stays soaked in the gray. Heavy, so you didn't raise your voice or slam the door. You didn't leave a mess across the floor. Just a suitcase zipped, a jacket on your arm, while I stood frozen, sounding no alarm. You looked relieved, like you'd finished a chore, while I was dying on our bedroom floor. No sorry that felt real, no tear in your eye, just a polite way to say a permanent goodbye. It was the quietest click of the lock. It felt like a mountain hit by a rock. It wasn't a scream, it wasn't a bang, but in the silence a funeral sang. A small piece of metal, a turn of a key, and suddenly there's no more you and me. The loudest thing I've ever heard was the quietest click, without a single word. The hallway is a canyon stretching out for miles, filled with the ghost of our practiced smiles. I'm listening for your footsteps, but the air is thin. I'm trying to remember where I begin. You walked out light, like you'd shed a heavy skin, while I'm the one who's trapped, locked within. The house is breathing, but it feels like a tomb. Shadows are dancing in every single room. It was the quietest click of the lock. It felt like a mountain hit by a rock. It wasn't a scream, it wasn't a bang, but in the silence, a funeral sang. A small piece of metal, a turn turned the handle, you just stepped away, leaving me in the echo of a finished line. It was the quietest click of the lock. It was the sound of my world hitting a rock. It wasn't a scream, it wasn't a bang, but in my soul the bells of ending rang. A small piece of mail, a turn of a key, destroying the woman I used to be. The loudest thing I've ever heard was the quietest click, without a single word. Click. Now the silence is heavy. Click. Now the hallway is long. I'm still standing here, but everything is gone. You brought me lavender tea in the afternoon. You hummed along to our favorite tune. You held my hand while the movie played. I felt so safe in the life we made. I remember the sugar, the warmth on my tongue, the way your forever felt perfectly sung. But looking back now through the lens of the truth, every sweet word was stealing my youth. It was poison sugar, it was candy-coated pain, a beautiful sun to hide the coming rain. The sweeter you acted, the deeper the lie. A lullaby sang just to watch the love die. Now the taste is bitter, the memory is black. I'm gagging on moments I can't take back. The sweetness was a weapon and I was the mark. Poison sugar glowing in the dark. That picnic in May, the light in your eyes, I thought I had found the ultimate prize. You looked at me with such a beautiful ache while you were counting the steps you would take. How do you mimic a soul deep connection? How do you master that kind of deception? Every I love you was a pill I would take, not knowing the heart was a hollowed out fake. It was poison sugar, it was candy coated pain, a beautiful sun to hide the coming rain. The sweeter you acted, the deeper the lie. A lullaby sang just to watch the love die. Now the taste is bitter, the memory is black. I'm gagging on moments I can't take back. The sweetness was a weapon and I was the mark. Poison sugar glowing in the I'm scrubbing the flavor of you from my breath, mourning a life that was fated for death. Were you laughing inside while I leaned on your chest, putting your talent for lies to the test? The kindness was cruelest, the warmth was the coldest, the lie was the sweetest because it was the boldest. It was poison sugar, it was candy coated pain. I'm washing your honey right out of my brain. The sweeter you acted, the deeper the lie. even feel the sting, until it was too late to change anything. Still use the mug with the chip on the side, the one you would fill when I had nowhere to hide. 2 sugars, some milk, and a sprig of the blue. A small quiet ritual that started with you. You bring it to me when the deadline was near, kissing my temple and calming my fear. I felt like a queen in a kingdom of 2, never doubting the warmth of a man such as you. Now it's lavender tea and cold, cold hands, trying to build back the girl that I can. The steam used to feel like a veil of protection. Now it's just mist in a ghost recollection. Every sip is a memory of how you could lie, with a look in your eyes like the sun in the sky. The cup is still warm, but the ritual's dead, and I'm left with the coldness of things you never said. I watch the dried flowers swirl round in the cup, waiting for something to help lift me up. But I'm seeing the truth in the way that you serve, a comfort I thought that I truly deserved. Was it a script? Was it part of the play? A way to keep guilt and the questions away. Your hands were so steady, your touch was so sure, while you were already walking right out of the door. Now it's lavender tea and cold, cold hands, trying to build back the girl that I can. The steam used to feel like a veil of protection. Now it's just mist in a ghost recollection. Every sip is a memory of how you could lie, with the look in your eyes like the sun in the sky. The cup is still warm, but the ritual's dead, and I'm left with the coldness of things you never say. The house is a freezer, the pilot lights out. I'm walking through rooms full of shadows and doubt. You kept me so cozy, you kept me so blind, with the cruelest of mercies that a person could find. The tea is just water, the flowers are dry, and I'm finally learning how to say goodbye. It's lavender tea and cold, cold hands. I'm breaking the ghost of our beautiful plans. The steam used to feel like a veil of protection. Now it's just poison and soul disconnection. Every sip is a memory of how you could lie, while you watch my forever just wither and die. The cup is still warm, but the ritual's dead, And I'm freezing in every word you never said. Two sugars, one life. The steam rises, then it dies. My hands are so cold. She wore her heart like a summer dress, open and light. She didn't believe in the shadows or the teeth of the night. She was the one who told her friends, just wait and see. True love isn't a myth, it's a sanctuary. She gave you the keys to every room of her soul. She let you take the pieces and make them a whole. She walked with her eyes shut, trusting your hand, thinking she'd finally reach the promised land. The girl who believed is a ghost in the hall. She died in the silence, she died in the fall. She was killed by a text and a beautiful lie. Now she's just a star that fell out of the sky. You didn't just break her, you erased her name. And the woman who's left doesn't feel the same. I'm mourning the girl who was honest and true, the girl who believed in a version of you. She kept a notebook of things that you said. She played back your promises inside of her head. She thought that forever was a house made of stone, not a temporary shelter. She'd inhabit alone. She was so innocent, she was so cold, believing every story that she was told. Now I look in the mirror and I don't know her face. She's been replaced by a cold, empty space. The girl who believed is a ghost in the hall. She died in the silence, she died in the fall. She was killed by a text and a beautiful lie. Now she's just a star that fell out of the sky. You didn't just break her, you erased her name. And the woman who's left doesn't feel the same. I'm mourning the girl who was honest and true, the girl who believed in a version of you. She would have forgiven a million mistakes. She would have survived all the bends and the breaks, but she couldn't survive the theft of the truth. You traded her life for your wandering youth. She's gone, and she's never coming back. The world turned to gray and the heart turned to black. The girl who believed is a ghost in the hall. She's the casualty of the greatest fall. She was killed by a text and a cold-blooded lie. Watch the last bit of her innocence die. You didn't just break her, you murdered her grace and left a stranger to take her place. I'm mourning the girl who was honest and true, the beautiful girl who believed in you. She was so pretty when she trusted the world. through the door and you didn't even blink. You didn't need a minute or a glass of a drink. You looked at me with eyes that were hollow and flat. No fire in the room, just the end of a chat. I asked if it was real, if any part was true, waiting for the person that I thought I knew. But you just shrugged your shoulders, leaning on the wall, like you were bored of watching me take the fall. You said, I just got tired of telling the story, stripping away all the grace and the glory. For me it was a lie, for you it was a lines of script that you followed until you saw the signs. You closed the book while I was mid-sentence. No room for regret, no soul for repentance. You weren't my home, you were just a narrator who decided to leave the reality later. Was the picnic a chapter? Was the beach just a scene? The I love yous at midnight, what did they mean? I was building a temple, you were building a set. Now I'm drowning in a past that I haven't lived yet. You played the lead role with such perfect grace, while secretly looking for a brand new place. How does it feel to put the costume away and leave me to live in the wreck of the play? You said, I just got tired of telling the story, stripping away all the grace and the glory. For me it was a lie, for you it was a lines of script that you followed until you saw the signs. You closed the book while I was mid-sentence. No room for regret, no soul for repentance. You weren't my home, you were just a narrator who decided to leave the reality later. I was the reader who believed every word, the most beautiful fiction I'd ever heard. But you got bored of the plot, you got tired of the theme, so you pulled the plug on my only dream. You're not a villain, and that's what's so cold. You're just a writer who let the story go on. You just got tired of telling the story, walking away from the grace and the glory. For me it was blood, for you it was ink. You didn't even stop for a second to think. You closed the book while I was mid-sentence. No heart in your chest, no ghost of repentance. You weren't my life, you were just the narrator who killed the main character 3 years later. The story is over, the pages are blank. I'm just a character, you have yourself to thank. I'm tired too. I'm tired too. I'm sitting at the table where we drew the map of a life that fell through a giant crack. The wood is smooth beneath my shaking hand, still holding the shape of the life we planned. I look across to the empty space, and for a second I can almost see your face, leaning back with that coffee in your palm before the storm, back when the air was calm. You're just a ghost in the kitchen now, and I'm trying to remember the when and the how. The chair is tucked in, but it's heavy and cold, like the weight of a story that's already told. We whispered our dreams over steam and morning light. Now I'm haunted by the shadows in the middle of the night. The kitchen is quiet, but the silence is loud, searching for a sunbeam through a permanent cloud. flowers are dead, but the room is still. I remember the way you'd stand by the sink, giving me a look that didn't make me think that you were halfway gone, that you were out the door while I was planting seeds in the kitchen floor. Now every tile is a memory I tread of the us that lived here, the us that is dead. You're just a ghost in the kitchen now, and I'm trying to remember the when and the how. The chair is tucked in, but it's heavy and cold, like the weight of a story that's already told. We whispered our dreams over steam and morning light. Now I'm haunted by the shadows in the middle of the night. The kitchen is quiet, but the silence is loud, searching for a sunbeam. Clicks, but I'm only making one, watching the shadows run away from the sun. I can't even cook, I can't even breathe without seeing the phantom of the man who would leave. You're etched in the walls, you're soaked in the floor, and I can't find the key to the back of the door. You're just a ghost in the kitchen now, and I'm screaming at the silence, asking how the chair is tucked in, but it's freezing and cold, just like the lies that you bravely told. We built a sanctuary, we built a home. Now I'm sitting in the wreckage, all alone. The kitchen is haunted, the memory is loud, and there's no silver lining in this heavy cloud. The table is set for a man who isn't there, just the cold in your empty chair. I'm still here, but you're a ghost. Looking back at the 3-year climb, like a detective at the scene of a crime. I'm checking the dates and the things that you said, trying to find where the living became the dead. The trip to the mountains, the snow on the roof. I thought that our laughter was all of the proof, but now there's a shadow on every frame, a cold bitter echo that carries your name. You didn't just break my heart today, you committed the theft of yesterday. You reached back in time and you poisoned the well, turning my heaven into a beautiful hell. Every memory I cherished is a hollowed out shell, with a secret that only a liar could tell. You took the future that I could survive, but you stole the years when I felt most alive. Was the anniversary just a polite mistake? How much of that forever was a calculated fake? I'm scrolling through photos, I'm searching your eyes for the exact moment you started the lies. I thought we were building a history of gold, but it's just a story that's already been sold. I can't even keep the us that I knew, because that version of me was in love with a ghost of you. You didn't just break my heart today, you committed the theft of yesterday. survive, but you stole the years when I felt most alive. Give me back the girl in the park. Give me back the light before the dark. You walked away with the keys to my past, rewriting the script so the love wouldn't last. It's not just a breakup, it's a rewrite of life, cutting through memories like a surgical knife. You're a thief in the night, stealing the version of me that was right. You didn't just break my heart today, you committed the theft of my yesterday. You reached back in time and you burned down the well, leaving me trapped in this beautiful hell. Every love you is a hollowed out shell, a secret that only a liar could tell. You took the future, yeah, I'll find a way, but you stole every second of my yesterday. The photos are liars, the memories are gray. You took it all yesterday. I have nothing left to hold. I'm standing in the hallway, looking at your shoes, trying to find the words that I'm supposed to use. But my throat is a desert, my chest is a cave, and I'm losing the strength to be quiet and brave. You said it was a story, you said it wasn't real, while I'm standing here, forced to actually feel. I try to ask a question, I try to find the why, but the sound that comes out is a splintering cry. My voice sounds like paper tearing in a room where no one is caring. It's thin and it's jagged, it's fragile and small, like a name whispered to a hollowed out wall. I thought my heart was a fortress of glass, but it's shattering now, letting the cold air pass. My voice is just paper ripping in two, because I don't have the words to survive losing you. Was any of it true? That's all I can say, is I watched 3 years just dissolve into gray. You look at me with pity, and that's the worst part, like I'm a broken toy you're done taking apart. I'm reaching for the person I thought that I knew, but I'm just grabbing shadows, I'm just reaching through. Every love you is a sharp, jagged edge, and I'm falling head first off the side of the ledge. My voice sounds like paper tearing in a room where no one is caring. It's thin and it's jagged, it's fragile and small, like a name whispered to a hollowed out wall. I thought my heart was a fortress of glass, but it's shattering now, letting the cold air pass. My voice is just paper ripping in two, because I don't have the words to survive losing you. If I scream, will it echo? If I break, will you stay? But the air's too heavy, the light's gone away. The girl who is solid is turning to dust. There's nothing but rust just paper ripping in two, because there is no me without you. Was any of it true? I'm tearing, I'm gone. It sits on the shelf by the kitchen light, a deep shade of ocean, so calm and so bright. I remember the market, the sun on your face, how you said it would look perfect in this exact space. We argued for minutes, then laughed at the cost. Now it's just a reminder of everything lost. I'm looking at the glass and I'm looking at the door, wondering why I'm still standing on this kitchen floor. The blue vase is poisoned and the rug is a lie. The curtains are heavy with every goodbye. Everything we bought is a witness to the play of a man who was planning on walking away. I thought we were building a sanctuary, a home, but I was just furnishing a prison alone. The blue vase is empty and the water is dead, just like the forever that you promised and said. The books on the nightstand are gathered in pairs, like the ghost of our voices and the ghost of our prayers. That soft gray throw on the back of the chair, I can still feel the weight of you sitting right there. Did you choose the color while dreaming of her? Was every decision a beautiful blur? I'm surrounded by us, but it's all just a set for a movie I wish that I hadn't seen yet. The blue vase is poison and the rug is a lie. The curtains are heavy with every goodbye. Everything we bought is a witness glass, it's just wood. I'd break it all if I only could. It's so blue. The door clicked shut and the echo took its time, walking through the hallways of a life that isn't mine. I'm standing at the edge of a sentence you began, a 3-year-long promise, a carefully laid plan. I'm looking for a comma, a reason to delay, a semicolon waiting for another word to say. But the air is growing heavy, the ink is turning dry, and there's nothing left to whisper, and there's no more you and I. It feels like the final period at the end of the page, the locking of the door, the closing of the stage, a tiny dot of blackness that swallows up the light, the absolute beginning of a very long night. I wasn't finished reading, I wasn't done with us, but you turned our gold into hollow silent dust. The sentence is over, the story is through, and I'm just the shadow left behind by you. I'm touching the books that we never got to read, planting the silence like a cold winter seed. I thought there were chapters, I thought there were more, not just a quiet exit through the front of the door. The house is a museum of things we didn't do, a gallery of moments that were never quite true. How do I speak when the language is gone, when the period is placed before the break of the dawn? It feels like the final period at the end of the page, the locking of the door, the closing of the stage, a tiny dot of blackness that swallows up the light, the absolute beginning of a very long night. I wasn't finished reading, used to tell my friends to just be patient, that love was more than just a brief sensation. I held your name like a prayer between my teeth, believing every word that lived underneath. I thought the universe had written us in ink, that we were standing on a holy golden brink. But as I watch you pack your things into the car, I'm realizing just how ordinary you are. You weren't the one, you were just a lesson, a 3-year walk in a false direction. I built a pedestal and put you on the throne, but I was worshiping a ghost all on my own. The magic wasn't destiny, the magic was a lie, a trick of the light in a dark and lonely sky. I'm waking up to a world that's cold and gray, knowing you were just a man who walked away. There's no meant to be in the way you look at her, just a chemical shift, a slow and steady blur. I was waiting for a sign, a reason, or a soul, while you were just playing a temporary role. I gave my trust to a story, not a person, watching the plot as the chapter started worsening. The soulmate is a ghost that I invited to stay, but the house is finally empty today. You were just a lesson, a 3-year walk in a false direction. I built a pedestal and put you on the throne, but I was worshiping a ghost all on my own. The magic wasn't destiny, the magic was a lie, a trick of the light in a dark and lonely sky. I'm waking up to a world that's cold and gray, knowing you were just a man who walked away. The pedestal is empty, the crown is on the floor. I don't believe in the fairy tales and magic anymore. It wasn't written in the stars, it wasn't in the wind, it was just a hollow game where only the liars win. You weren't the one, you were just a lesson, a 3-year walk in a false direction. I built a pedestal and put you on the throne, but I was worshiping a shadow all on my own. The magic wasn't destiny, the magic was a lie, a beautiful trick in a dark and lonely sky. I'm waking up to a world that's cold and gray, knowing you were just a man who walked away. You're just a man, and I am just a fool who believed in the sun. You weren't the one, not the one. I told the people close to me to hold their ground, that real devotion didn't make a heavy sound. I kept your secrets safe like secrets in a vault, and spent 3 winters trying to excuse the fault. I thought our timeline had a permanent design, that we were tracing lines along a sacred line. But watching brake lights fade into the evening rain proves every single memory was built in vain. You weren't the one, you were just a season, a quiet air disguised as a reason. I built an altar and handed you the key, while you were blind to everything you couldn't see. The vision wasn't destiny, the vision was a shade, a canvas painted in the mess that we delayed. I'm opening my eyes to what is left behind, to someone ordinary who was never mine. There's no grand poetry in how you turned your head, just broken promises and everything unsaid. I was scanning the horizon for a sudden sign, while you were looking at the exit line. I gave my loyalty to fiction, not a heart, watching the scenery as everything fell apart. The soulmate is a concept that I manufactured here, and now the atmosphere is finally clear. You were the one, you were just a season, a quiet error disguised as a reason. I built an altar and handed you the key, while you were blind to everything you couldn't see. The vision wasn't destiny, the vision was a shade, a canvas painted in the mess that we delayed. I'm opening my eyes to what is left behind, to someone ordinary who was never mine. The altar is broken, the windows are wide. I'm done with the stories I kept deep inside. It wasn't written in the stars, it wasn't in the fate. It was just a quiet closing of a heavy gate. You weren't the one, you were just a season, a quiet error disguised as a reason. I built an altar and handed you the key, while you were blind to everything you couldn't see. The vision wasn't destiny, the vision was a shade, a canvas painted in the mess that we delayed. I'm opening my eyes to what is left behind, to someone ordinary, just a man who left me blind. You're just a man, and I'm just a traveler chasing the sun. You weren't the one, not the one. Midnight is a weight that I'm learning to carry, in a house where the ghost of our forever married. I'm walking through the kitchen, I don't turn on the light. I'd rather let the darkness hide the wreckage from feels different now, it's thick and it's blue. Staying by the absence of a man I once knew. I'm touching the walls, I'm tracing the door, listening for the footsteps that don't fall anymore. I'm drowning in these velvet shadows, falling through the rooms where the cold wind blows. They're soft and they're heavy, they're wrapping around my chest. In a house that used to be a place where I could rest. The warmth was a flicker, the light was a lie. Now I'm left with the dark of a starless sky. The velvet shadows are all that's left of me, in the hollowed out remains of what we used to be. I reach for your side of the bed in the deep, forgetting for a second while I'm half lost in sleep. But the sheets are too smooth, the pillow's too cold. A story of comfort that's already been sold. The silence isn't empty, it's a physical thing. A humming in my ears, a high-pitched string. It's the sound of the space where your voice used to live. The ghost of the love that I no longer give. I'm drowning in these velvet shadows, falling through the rooms where the cold wind blows. They're soft and they're heavy, they're wrapping around my chest. In a house that used to be a place where I could rest. The warmth was a flicker, the light was a lie. Now I'm left with the dark of a starless sky. The velvet shadows are all that's left of me, in the hollowed out remains of what we used to be. What we The dark doesn't lie like your I love used it. It doesn't have secrets that need to be hid. It's honest and heavy, it's lonely and real. The only thing left that I'm allowed to feel. I'm sinking, I'm fading, I'm becoming the night, giving up the ghost of the morning light. I'm drowning in these velvet shadows, falling through the rooms where the cold wind blows. They're soft and they're heavy, they're crushing my chest. In the wreckage of a home that failed the test. The warmth was a flicker, the light was a lie. Now I'm the shadow in a starless sky. The velvet shadows are all that's left of me, in the hollowed out remains of what we used to be. It's so dark, but it's soft, wrapped in the velvet of everything I lost. Good night. Good night. The curtain falls without a single sound, while I'm still searching for the common ground. I look at you and see a stranger's eyes, wearing the costume of a perfect prize. You practiced every line until it glowed, a masterclass in everything you showed. I was the audience, captivated and blind, while you were playing with my heart and my mind. So bravo, my love, a standing ovation for the greatest lie in keep the mask from slipping down. While we were dancing through this quiet town, the way you leaned in for a soft midnight kiss, was it just technical, a moment of bliss? You mastered the timing, you mastered the grace of hiding the exit right there in your face. I'm looking for the wires, I'm looking for the script in the wreckage of the life that you finally stripped. So bravo, my love, a standing ovation for the greatest lie in the history of creation. You played the role of the man who would stay, then took a bow and just walked away. It was a beautiful performance, flawless and deep, a million secrets that you managed to keep. The lights are down and the theater is cold, but what a magnificent story you told. There's no encore, there's no second act, just the cold reality of a brutal fact. You deserve an award for the way you deceived, for making me want what I truly believe. The tragedy is mine, but the glory is yours, as I'm left alone behind these closing doors. Bravo, my love, a standing ovation for the masterpiece of soul devastation. You played the lover who was honest and true, while you were just killing the version of you. It was a beautiful performance, flawless and deep, promises you never intended to keep. The lights are all out, the stage is a ghost, and I'm the one who loved the performer the most. The show is over, the mask is on the floor. I don't hear the applause anymore. Good job. I'm replaying every midnight we ever shared, looking for the moments where you weren't really there. You'd whisper those 3 words against my skin, and I'd open up the doors and let the ghost light in. But now I hear the friction in the way you spoke, a tiny catch of breath, a word that almost broke. There was a canyon in the space between the I and the love, and the you and the scene, a hollowed out silence where the truth went to hide, while I was so busy just being your bride. Each syllable carried a weight I didn't know, a shadow that whispered you were ready to go. The space between was a miles-long sea, and I was drowning while you looked at me. Your eyes were a mirror I used to find myself. Now I'm just a trophy on a dusty, dark shelf. You said the words so often, they felt like a floor, but you were just using them go of me. Love you. The space was always there, I just didn't see it. The cardboard boxes are lined up like soldiers in the hall, watching the shadows retreat against the bare white wall. I'm taking down the pictures, the ones where we were young, silencing the melodies that we haven't even sung. The kitchen table's gone, just a ghost print on the floor, where we used to dream of things we aren't anymore. I'm wrapping up the memories in paper and in tape, trying to give this emptiness a manageable shape. I'm unbuilding the home, piece by piece, praying for the day that the echoes finally cease, taking out the us from the corners and the cracks, knowing there's no way to get the 3 years back. I'm pulling up the floorboards, I'm tearing down the beams of the sanctuary I built for all our broken dreams. It's a slow deconstruction of a life I thought was true. I'm unbuilding the home, I'm unbuilding you. I'm unpairing the phones, I'm deleting the share key, watching the digital map forget about we. I'm scrubbing out your scent from the pillow and the rug, trying to forget the way your arms felt like a hug. Was the foundation rotten? Was the drywall made of lies? Did you see the end coming in the morning in my eyes? I'm an architect of sorrow, dismantling the set of a story I am desperate to finally forget. I'm unbuilding the home, piece by piece, praying for the day that the echoes finally cease, taking out the us from the corners and the cracks, knowing there's no way to get the 3 years back. I'm pulling up the floorboards, I'm tearing down the beams of the sanctuary I built for all our broken dreams. It's a slow deconstruction of a life I thought was true. I'm unbuilding the whole, I'm unbuilding you. It's easier to build it than to take it all apart, to undo the plumbing in the chambers of my heart. I'm ripping out the wires, I'm shutting off the light, leaving the windows open till the middle of the night. If the house was a lie, then let the whole thing fall until there's nothing left of you, nothing left at all. I'm unbuilding the home, piece by piece, until my spirit finally finds a moment of release. I'm taking out the us, I'm burning every track, and I'm never, ever, ever looking back. I'm pulling up the floorboards, I'm tearing down the beams. Goodbye through the sanctuary of our hollow dreams. It's a slow deconstruction of a life that wasn't true. I'm unbuilding the whole, I'm unbuilding you. The walls are bare, the floor is clean, just the space where we have been. I'm moving out. gray damp curtain and the ghost of a prayer, matching the quiet that settled in my bones. A cold kind of peace in these hollowed out zones. I'm sitting at the table, the wood is smooth and gray, watching the color of the world fade away. No more lightning, no more thunderous sound, just the weight of the silence hitting the ground. There's a stillness in the rain today, as I watch the forever just drift away. It doesn't wash over, it doesn't even move. It's just a frozen shadow of a heart in the groove. I thought a storm would come to tear me apart, but it's just this quiet hanging ache in my heart. The sky is a mirror of the way that I feel in the stillness of the rain. Nothing is real. The neighbors are walking, the clocks are all ticking, but I'm in the corner where the silence is thickening. You look so relieved when you walked out the door, while I became the dust on the kitchen floor. Is this the after? Is this the long gray, where the hours just bleed into yesterday? I'm not even crying, the tears are all dry like the clouds that are stuck in this motionless sky. There's a stillness in the rain today, as I watch the forever just drift away. It doesn't wash over, it doesn't even move. It's just the frozen shadow of a heart in the groove. I thought a storm would come to tear me apart, but it's just this quiet hanging ache in my heart. The sky is a mirror of the way that I feel in the stillness of the rain. Nothing is If I move, will the curtain finally break? If I scream, will the world finally wake? Or am I just a statue in a garden of mist, mourning the ghost of a love that was kissed? The trust is gone, the light is dead, just the gray hanging silence instead. There's a stillness in the rain today, watching the forever just wither away. It doesn't wash over, it's frozen in time, like the beautiful rhythm of a broken rhyme. I thought the storm would finally tear me apart, but it's just this hanging heavy ache in my heart. The sky is the mirror of the wreckage I feel in the stillness of the rain. Nothing is real, it's just hanging there, gray, cold, quiet. The stillness is the loudest thing. looking at you across the kitchen floor, but I don't recognize the man who's by the door. Your voice is the same, your eyes are that shade of blue, but you aren't the person that I gave my life to. The Julian I loved used to look at me and see every hidden hope and every part of me. He was kind, he was steady, he was honest and deep. A beautiful soul that I was allowed to keep. I'm mourning the version of you I knew, the one who was faithful, the one who was true. I'm holding a funeral for a ghost in my head, while the man standing there is a stranger instead. You're alive and you're breathing, you're walking away, but the one that I loved died today. I'm weeping for someone who never was real, for the version of you that I was allowed to feel. Did you build him from scratch just to win my heart? Did you know from the start you would tear him apart? The way he would hold me, the way he would care. Was he just a phantom I pulled from the air? I'm grieving a shadow, I'm kissing a lie, watching a person who didn't exist die. It's the strangest of sorrows, this hollowed out ache, to love a reflection that was destined to break. I'm mourning the version of you I knew, the one who was faithful, the one who was true. I'm holding a funeral for a ghost in my head, while the man standing there is a stranger instead. You're alive and you're breathing, you're walking away, but the one that I loved died today. I'm weeping for someone who never was real, for the version of you that I was allowed to feel. There's no grave to visit, there's no stone to touch, for the man that I needed and loved far too much. You're an actor who's finished, you're taking your bow, and I'm left with the stranger who's standing here now. He was perfect, he was holy, he was my only son, but he's gone and you're the only one. I'm mourning the version of you I knew, the beautiful man who was honest and true. I'm holding a funeral for a ghost in my head, while the man standing there is a stranger instead. You're alive and you're breathing, you're walking away, but the Julian I loved, he died today. I'm weeping for someone who never was real. Goodbye to the version I was allowed to feel. He was so kind, he was so real to me, but he was just a memory. I miss him, but he isn't you. The boxes are gone and the echoes are still. I'm standing alone on this quiet hill. The dust has all settled, the ghosts have all fled, leaving the things that were left unsaid. I'm making some tea for just 1-2 days, learning to live in a different way. The silence used to be a monster in the hall. Now it's just a shadow against the bare wall. I'm learning the silence, I'm making it mine, walking a path that I didn't design. It's not the forever that I thought I would see, but it's finally a space where I can just be. The girl who believed in the magic is gone, but the woman who's left is greeting the dawn. It's quiet and cold, but the light's coming through. I'm learning the silence without you. I look in the mirror and I see the scars, like lines on a map to the furthest of stars. I'll never again be that innocent girl who thought she could trust every spin of the world. But there's a strength in the way that I breathe, in the way that I stay, in the way that I leave. I'm not waiting for anyone, not waiting for one. I'm just learning to stand in the pale morning sun. I'm learning the silence, I'm making it mine, walking a path that I didn't design. It's not the forever that I thought I would see, but it's finally a space where I can just be. The girl who believed in the magic is gone, but the woman who's left is greeting the dawn. It's quiet and cold, but the light's coming through. I'm learning the silence without you. The past is a book that I finally closed. The lies were a poison that I finally outgrown. It hurts to be different, it hurts to be wise, but I'm finally looking through my own eyes. I'm not a tragedy, I'm not a mistake, I'm just the heart that refused to quite break. I'm learning the silence, I'm making it mine, watching the stars and the seasons align. It's not the forever I wanted to see, but it's finally a life that belongs to me. The girl who believed in the magic is gone, but the woman who survived is moving on. It's quiet and cold, but the light's coming through. I'm learning the silence, I'm starting something new. It's so quiet, but it's okay. I'm still here at the end of the day. I am